This is Fred Beck from Fred Exciting, and today I'm very lucky joined by, once again, Peter Fury. So thank you very much for coming on, Peter. It's been a while since we last spoke. How have you been?
I've been all right, Fred, just relaxing and back to the grind now, back to work.
Yes, I'm sure. And you recently went to France on holiday. How was that? Where in France did you go?
South of France, I've been going there for years. It's nice, it's relaxing, it's peaceful. The weather was good this time of year as well, so it was a good 3 weeks. Only had a couple of days rain, so it was good. Enjoyed it.
The south of France is going to be quite sunny. So I don't believe you were sunbathing though, were you? You're more likely to go on runs or go sailing or do something in the water, right?
Yeah, boy, you got no chance of me sunbathing. Forget it.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna forget sunbathing, I'm gonna go home and lie on the couch.
Yeah, it is a bit boring. I don't know why people always do it. And last time we spoke, I asked what you were watching on a TV. You said you were watching Sons of Anarchy. And we last caught up in February, so I'm guessing you finished that by now, right?
Yeah, I saw that, and I tell you what, I've not seen anything else. I watched. I seen. What was it?
Describe it.
No, the Queen. What did they call that?
Oh, The Crown.
The Crown. I watched that. It was very good. I thoroughly
Really?
enjoyed that, actually. I did like that. I seen
Wait,
everything there.
How many seasons are in that?
There's quite a few. I think there's at least 8 or something. I think, as I remember. I really enjoyed it. There's another one coming out, isn't there? But
Okay.
that was good. I liked that. That was nice.
What happens in it? Is it just about the Queen and her life?
Yeah, it goes back even to a mother and father. Right, it goes right back. So it's good. I like the beginning better than the end, to be honest. The start of it was very good. I enjoyed it.
Really? You often
It
find
was
that.
all good. It was definitely a good watch. So I don't. I've not seen anything else. I watched the new James Bond movie. I like them. I watch them every year. I don't know why, but I'm a big fan of them. And I like the last one. The last one was very good.
I thought it was all right. I didn't know it was gonna spoil it alert, but I didn't know it was gonna die. I didn't expect that at all.
It's just one of them. But yeah, it was good. I saw it in France. So it was an old-fashioned cinema there. It had like red seats and everything. It was old-fashioned. I liked it. I think there's only me and the missus in there.
It was a nice little private cinema. But was it in French? You watched it in France. Did you have English subtitles, or was it in English?
No, it was all in English. There was no subtitles.
Okay, that's pretty nice then. You're gonna be the new bad guy because obviously they're starting again. What about you trying to be the bad guy, the new James Bond?
Who's the new one going to be this time?
The guy who plays Superman, I think it's Henry Cavill. I think he might be it. That's what I've heard anyway.
I'm sure they'll make the right choice. They've done a good choice with Daniel Craig. He was a good Bond, wasn't he? So
yeah.
I think he's good. Yeah. So they make the right choice. I'm sure whoever goes for that role will be good. I've never seen Neil Badden yet.
Was he your favorite, Daniel Craig? Your favorite James Bond?
He's up there. He's definitely one of them. I like the old ones, Sean Connery and all them. Roger Moore done some good ones, but I wasn't that big of a fan of Roger Moore. But he was definitely good. He's still good. But I like the Sean Connery ones more, and also the other one. What's he called before Daniel Craig? What was the other fella called? Can't think. He's done a few good ones as well. I can't think of his name. But yeah, they're good.
It's always the one James Bond you grew up watching. Is always I always find that's probably your favorite one. So for me, it'd probably be Daniel Craig then. But I never know how good the new one will be. Anyway, enough about films. We'll move on to the boxing. We'll start with your fight, Savannah Marshall, and her opponent, Carissa Shields. Obviously, kind of tried out MMA, and she recently lost. How does that kind of affect the upcoming fight? Do you think for her side?
I don't think it affects anything. It's a different sport. I've got no interest with that. It's all good publicity, whatever. But it's a totally different sport. So I don't think it affects anything. It's not boxing. Cage fighting. It's a different art altogether.
Okay, I see what you mean. It's still combat sport though. You still got boxing in it, I guess. I mean, it might obviously probably play into Savannah's hands more. Obviously, it can be affect her mentally, but you never know. Carissa Shields is very experienced. And how are things with Savannah in the gym then?
Yeah, Savannah's doing well. Everybody's good. She's working away, and that's it. We're just working to the next fight now. Just keeping everybody busy. and looking forward now. Just looking forward to get these fights out of the way this year now, and get on with next year.
And is she going to be on the same card as Clarissa Shields at the end of the year?
Yeah, that's the plan. So that's where we are. So hopefully, that'll happen and we can get moving forward.
Okay, that's good. Then you've got to build them up. They'll probably do a little bit of trash talking and then be on Sky Sports early next year. And then about Huey Fury, obviously, as last month, how would you kind of assess his performance?
Yeah, he's done everything he was supposed to do. We've still not seen anywhere near the best of Huey yet. So he's, we're just looking. He's progressing, but Hammer was fine. It went exactly the way we wanted it to go. Well, it didn't go the exact way we wanted it to go because he pulled out of it, but it was going in the right direction. The plans was working, everything was right. So it was. He was taking his time in there. He wasn't fazed by anything. He was relaxed. He was easy enough. Really, he never got that. He never got out of second gear.
And have you kind of got a plan kind of for Huey Fury over the next year, 2022?
Just going to keep him busy and just keep taking fights the best way we can get him. So the main thing is to keep him active, keep him out there, and and just see progressions in every fight he has. Yeah,
as I'm sure. And I saw a tweet you put out, and you were saying, I can't remember when it was. It was quite recently, and you were saying when the Huey Fury and Savannah Marshall's careers are up and they retire, you'll retire from coaching. Do you think you're going to follow through with that? Get away from it all?
Yeah, I won't be so much hands-on. Probably I'll oversee some fighters, but probably not do all the training side of it and stuff like that. Where busy with the pads and all of this. Probably have somebody else doing it. I might just do. I'll always have my hand somewhere in it, but I'll definitely take a step back.
Do you think you'll kind of move on to want to be a pundit or anything like that? Because I always see you when fights are going on. You're always tweeting out on your Twitter the whole time.
Yeah, I intermingle with the fans. It's just as I see things, so that's it. I doubt I'll be a pundit because I tell it. I've got to tell it as it is. So I'm not a promoter's best friend, so there's no point in doing it. So I'm not going to get the job, am I? Because if the fight's shit, I'm going to call it as what it is. So I'm not going to be paid or anything like that. And, keep everybody happy. If it's dog shit, it's dog shit, isn't it? So what do you want to say? We've all got eyes. We all know a good fight from a shit one. So that's it. And I'm not criticising any of the fighters. There is no shit fighter because they're brave, they're getting in the ropes, they're doing it. So I respect all fighters. That's not what I'm saying. But if it's below average and it's just what it is, or somebody's 10-0 and they're fighting in a complete bum that they've picked up off the street. So, there's nobody's interested in looking at them fights, are they? Unless somebody's starting off in their career and he's had one or two fights and they're bringing him through, yeah, I can understand that. But when they're trying to build a lot of the time, fights get built as good fights, and they're not, because there's only one winner. And when I say that, I can't even be bothered to watch them because the outcome before it started.
Yeah, sometimes when you go on like the betting apps and it's got 50-1 or 20-1, you do have an idea of who might win. And I remember Teddy Atlas, he was doing a punditry. He doesn't do punditry anymore because he just says it how it is, kind of like you do. And he was saying, it was on PBC, and it was before the fight. And he starts apologizing. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for what you're about to watch," because the fight would be so one-sided. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Teddy.
Well, this is it. It is what it is. I would do the commentary. I'd like to do it, but I don't need to do it. But I suppose if I was out of boxing, I had nothing left, I'd do it. But I'd have to do it under my terms because I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it as a fan, as looking at it. I'm not going to call it keep everybody happy because it's just some of the commentary is rubbish, isn't it? But not all the time, but it is, because the sway, because they've got to bear in mind they're on the national television and they've got to try and big up both fighters or whatever. But the more truth that's sold, the better it is. But I will say, I think we're seeing a lot of it now. It is coming round, because people like me speak out. I think that's having a reflection, and they are starting to speak more honestly about the fights. Yep. Even in some of the big fights, I'm not going to call any names, but they've got their fighters ahead and this and that. Outright, he's fucking losing. So it's wrong again. So I'd have to say, I've given him that round, he's lost that. but they can't really say that, so they're in a dilemma. But I'm not in dilemmas. I don't care about anything. I'm certainly not interested in keeping anybody happy or whatever. I'm just going to say as it is. It's either they're losing or they're winning, or the fight's crap or it's good, or whatever, or it's totally one-sided. So when you've got that attitude and you're looking at fights, you're not the ideal punditry, are you?
Yeah, I can see what you mean. But nowadays, I think people really do like people say how it is. And if you're not going to do, after you kind of retire from coaching, I know it's a long way off yet. If you're not really that keen on doing any punditry or commentary, what you've got an idea what you might like to do? What do you kind of like doing outside of boxing? What are your kind of hobbies then?
I'll probably spend a lot of time in the south of France because I do live out there, and I like sailing, so I'll probably do a lot of that.
Oh, really? What I sell? What are you dinghies? What do you sell?
No, 38-footer.
Oh, really nice. Do you own one?
Yeah, I've got one, and I'm actually having it done up actually at the moment. So yeah, so I'll probably just float around on that, do a few bits of things, and I got things to occupy my mind. I've got other interests as well, so it's plenty for me to do, young Fred. I don't need to be in a limelight. If I'm out of boxing, I'm out of it. So I've got plenty of things to do, and then I'll be like everybody else. When I'm not busy, I'll watch the fights, just like you, just like everybody else.
Okay, one day we'll do an interview then on your yacht. That sound good?
Yeah, why not?
Nice little Zoom interview on the yacht. And just before I let you go, I know you're a busy man. I want to get your thoughts on the fight. They're having a few weekends time. Terence Crawford and Sean Porter. What are your overall thoughts on that matchup?
That's a good fight. Sean Porter's a good fighter. I just think Crawford's a special type of fighter. And don't ask me why, but I see him coming through that fight.
And do you have Crawford as the number one in the welterweight division?
Well, who else is in that welterweight division?
You got Errol Spence.
Yeah, that's 50-50. Who else?
You had Manny Pacquiao, he retired. It's between Spence and Crawford, isn't it? Really?
Right. Yeah, so you can't say Crawford's the best because Spence is right up there. So, that's going to be good. So, yeah, there's some good fights in that division, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. But it's just a shame that fight won't be happening anytime soon. It's just quite annoying. And there's one more fight. Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz and this thing's the start of September. I think it's 4th of December. I think that fight's happening. What are your thoughts on that matchup?
Don't know much about either of them. Believe it or not, I've never seen Haney fight. I've never seen the other one box. So I can't comment. It'd be unfair of me to comment on them. I know who they are, but I've just not seen them box. Or I have, and I can't think when. I just can't put it in my mind, so I can't comment on them.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're good fighters, I'm sure. Everybody speaks highly of Haney and the other one, so it'd be a good fight.
Yeah, that's what we really need. I guess you always see little edits on Instagram or a little quick clip of them getting knocked out, but then to see a fighter, to know how they box, you really do need to watch a kind of full fight. Anyway, Peter, before I let you go, have you got anything else coming up over the next week or so?
Back to Groundhog Day, isn't it? Back to in the gym, working away and getting the fighters ready for the 11th of December, which should be a good show. Looking forward to that. Away we go, young Fred, really. What you've been doing anyway? You keep asking about me. What do you do? I see that you're doing quite a few interviews now. You're getting some good big names in boxing. You're interviewing them. I'm pleased for that. It's nice to see. Nice to see you doing that.
Yeah, thank you. I've been in quite a few Zoom interviews. I always like doing them in person, you see, but then obviously I live in London, and then maybe gone to the Matchroom show, but then it's quite far all the way in where is it, in Sheffield? That's quite far, especially on the weekend. I got college on the other days. Yeah, but I'm in second year college now, and then next year is like university or the world of work. Did you go to university?
What are you studying to be, Fred?
Well, I want to do interviews like this. You see, that's what I really want to do. But then I don't know.
You don't need college for that, do you?
You have to go to college. Though. The government make you go to college.
The government make you go to college. I'm sure you go to school, but you don't have to go to college. That's an extra privilege, isn't it? That's on top. That's for the. Let me say now, college. That's for the super educated. That is.
Yeah, I would say sixth form is for the super educated. College is BTECs and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what.
So what exactly are you studying in college?
I'm doing a film.
Film.
Yeah, creative media.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Do learn quite a lot. It's all about. It helps for the interviews, of course, because you got the camera work, kind of lighting, cinematography, and script writing. It's all quite good.
Yeah, nice, good. So now, how long will you be in college?
So that's my second year, so I'll be done in June.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How old are you?
last
How
year,
old are you, Fred?
I'm 17.
17. Wow. All your years ahead. Young fella.
How old are you?
Got the world to go. You're coming into the world and I'm coming out.
That's not a good way to think about it, Peter.
Look at you, young, fresh-faced kid, and look at me on the other end of this thing here. Father Christmas, huh? I'm just going to get my suit on in a minute.
That's what you can do after boxing, beyond those me Santa Claus and all the kids come and sit on your lap. You know, when you
Yeah. Why not? But listen, I wish you all the best with everything, and I'm glad to see people's taking note. And I'm sure keep doing these interviews, keep getting yourself out there, and it's good. You know, you'll soon you'll be right up there with all the other boys. No time.
Yeah, I want to do the post-fight interviews from actually in boxing. That's the end goal, you know. Or the boxers come out for world championship fights.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do when the boxing again, 11th of December. Why don't you come along and you can interview the fighters after they've boxed?
Yeah, the problem is it's in Cardiff though, isn't it? It's a bit far to travel.
Yeah, well, it just doesn't matter when. Anytime, just let me know, and I'll get you along, and you can you can interview them.
Oh, so I come down to a gym sometime when I'm going up north.
You can come down to the gym. Listen, I've got kids myself. I've got a young girl. My youngest is 19. So listen, I'm all out for. If I can help you, I will do. So just come down. It's an open book. Come down to the gym. If you want to come to the fights, let me know. I'll get you there, and you can do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, because it's in the Eubank Williams card, Savannah Marshall fighting, isn't it? The fourth, yeah. I have to try and find some way to get to Cardiff then. I don't know anyone in Cardiff, so I have to find get a train down or something. I'll see, I'll have a look at it. The problem is I need to try and I'm on the mailing list from Action Boxing, but I'm not on the mailing list for anyone at Sky. So I'll just tweet out and hopefully someone will help me and reply. But thanks for the time again.
I'll just get you in. I'll say he's part of the team. That's it.
I'm part of Team Marshall.
That's it. Just Team Marshall, team whatever. Just pay part of any team. I'll get you in anyway. Just come in, you'll be all right.
That's what happens when you're the co-main event. You can kind of say that. But thanks so much for your time, Peter. I do really appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem, Fred. And have a nice weekend and good luck with all of the college stuff as well. Keep going.
Awesome. You too, Peter. Thank you.